Wow. So, how can biographies unlock your inner superpower? In this video, I'm going to explain 5 of the different ways I found in biographies, true stories, and everything of the like in all the time that I've spent listening to many audiobooks in the fields of self-help, technology, relationships, business, psychology, marketing and branding, and all sorts of other shit. And more importantly, I'm going to explain how they can help you unlock your inner superpower. I'm also going to go a little bit deeper into the rabbit hole and explain some things I've noticed about these books that have personally helped me along my way, and maybe you can use them to help you along with your journey. The 5 things I'm going to go over can be summarized with one word: PIIIR, or PIIIR, it's PIIIR. It stands for Patterns, Ideas, Insights, Inspiration, and Reflection. A lot of people think biographies are boring because it's just another historical figure. Like, there's nothing exciting about Albert Einstein. He's just another person with a mental condition that changed the way we look at science. There's nothing exciting about Phil Knight. You know, Phil Knight was just the founder of Nike. There's nothing crazy about that. People think things like this. I mean, I thought things like this before I took up an interest in biographies. I like to tell people that what I want to do to hip-hop and modern culture is what Elon Musk is doing to the auto industry and technology. And I can't say something like that without learning a lot about Elon Musk. Elon Musk is someone I look up to a lot. A lot of people talk about mentors. He's more like a hero to me than a mentor. And I don't think interviews and presentations and seminars teach me enough about him. So that's why I bought the biography about him written by Ashley Vance. And that alone totally changed the way I look at biographies. Each of them that I've gotten after that has changed the way I look at my life more and more, and I swear my brain is starting to click in ways that it did not before. So let's talk about those ways, because I know for a fact that I am not and will not be the only one. Number 1 is patterns. There are so many patterns. If you think about it, humankind's ability to identify and use patterns has actually changed the course of history more than literally anything. If you disagree, I dare you to explain in the comments, because I can't exactly think of anything more impactful than that. But there are patterns. There are links. Make links. Make a link every time you check out another biography. If you're checking out a biography, most likely the person it's about is very important in their field of study and its history. So you can easily find things that these people do in their biographies that are similar to each other. Make a link every time you see one. And when you make enough links in one field, you can wear a chain. And when you have 2 chains, you can drop out of business school and become a rapper who thrives on nothing but comical punchlines. And okay, personally, I don't like actual books. You could actually pay for a book and pay me to read the book, and I would probably not accept the money. I'd probably give it back to you, because I'm a far more visual and auditory learner than one who just gets off on reading. And other people are different, and that's super awesome, and I totally wish more people knew these things about themselves and more, but I feel like biographies are a solution to that, if not at least a means of figuring it out. So I listen to audiobooks, and I'm kind of addicted to it. Now, I haven't listened to 5 trillion biographies. In fact, I've only listened to maybe 5 or 6, which is a growing number exponentially. But I've listened to many books from people who have read hundreds, maybe thousands of them. And I watch many seminars and interviews with these people, and I also take notes. And I'm already starting to notice patterns and things of that nature. For example, in the Steve Jobs and Elon Musk biographies, both were written by different people, by the way, it is stressed that the 2 men seem to do everything with a sense of urgency. Steve Jobs knew that he had limited time to do what he wanted to do, and what he wanted to do was create a dent in the universe. So he understood that taking risks is pretty much necessary, with a rigorous analysis of what the risks are, what results he'll get from doing so, and why. Elon Musk feels the same way. I remember hearing in a part of his biography that Elon Musk does everything fast. He eats fast, he walks fast, he even pees fast. I didn't really know the importance of stressing Elon Musk's speed of urination, but now I pay very close attention to how much time I spend in the bathroom, even when I'm working on a song, writing it, mixing it, or making a beat. Food, sex, sleep, peeing, pooping. I was on the phone with my sister talking about these once. I was not doing them all at the same time when I was talking to her about it. And we concluded that these things are very inconvenient. I have found so much more time for myself by furiously minimizing how much time I spend on each one of them. Of course, without affecting my overall performance of things that I find 5 billion times more important. Those other things are not important. They are urgent. Lots of people like them, but because of how much time they take, personally, I do not. Because everything I'm doing, just like Elon Musk and Steve Jobs, I am doing with a sense of urgency and a sense of purpose. These guys do things like the fate of humanity depends on it, because it kind of does. And if you can take a shit with that attitude, then you're probably the type of person who shits little golden nuggets of reality. Number 2 is ideas. I believe it was Leonardo da Vinci who said, "Simplicity is the ultimate form of sophistication." I also got his bio, and I'm very excited to check it out. But this gave me so many ideas for my beats and songs, like using less words in my hooks, less notes in my melodies. I mean, my new EP, for which there will be a link in the description, has probably less words in it than any of the other 3, just because of this quote. But Da Vinci discovered and invented so many amazing things. None of them involved rap, pop, or EDM music like mine. So you will get lots of ideas, I guarantee it, because these books will explain the reasoning why these extraordinary people used when they made the decisions in their situations that other people just would not have. A good book for this is one I just finished today, like a couple hours ago. It's called Mastery by Robert Greene. He tells the stories of tons of people and how they got so good at what they did that nobody could really compete against them, let alone make sense of how they did it. His Salvator Mundi painting, I think I might be pronouncing that wrong, is the most expensive painting in history, selling at $450 million. The Mona Lisa is the most highly insured painting in history, weighing in at like $100 million or so. It's also, I'm pretty sure, if it's not the most famous, it is one of them. Why would you not want to check out a book that's written entirely about the person who made that painting? Think about it. These biographies are tunnels in and out of the heads of people like him. People like Steve Jobs. People like Elon Musk. On a fundamental level, people like this shape the world. They shape the civilizations, the cultures, the societies that we live in. Every biography about them is just another huge peek into their lives. And the more you learn about those lives, the more you can use to learn about yours and how to take it to heights that you didn't know you could take it to. Ideas. Lots of ideas. They overlap into yours. How can I implement this into my daily life? How can I use this to tweak my approach just a little? A lot of people love learning about history. A lot of people don't. If you are one of these, which you are because either you do or you don't, then you will like biographies. Because a biography is but a life story. And a life story is interesting because it tells the story of a full life. And this puts sort of a spotlight on your ability to look at somebody else's life and how they did something with it. Something extraordinary, something big, something expansive, something that changed the way we look at the world. You can find out what that life was like in the form of a story. And it has been said that a story is the only thing that separates a person from the truth. It has been said that a story can keep any human's attention span longer than anything. Because a story has characters, it has experiences, it has sensations, it builds, it destroys, and it rebuilds. There are twists and turns. It's unpredictable, it's exciting. It's like a roller coaster of reality and space and time. The bottom line is, it's different. The best thing about all of this is that you have a story of your own. But you know what's even better? Is that you get to shape it. And the best way to figure out how to make the most of it is figuring out what other people did to make the most of theirs, and helped you make the most of yours so far, and will continue to make the most of it in the future. You get to learn about the things that make modern life the way it is. You get to learn about the things that change modern life, and how the leaders of that change adapted to the other ones just to carve that change for you. But you have the power to make history, and you have every single right and reason to amplify and optimize that power. And biographies are the key to this. Number 4 is inspirations. By the end of my life, I want my music to have greatly intertwined with the bettering and growth of humanity. And I got this from a sentence in Ben Franklin's biography that I can't find or remember verbatim, but it had to do with extraordinary people and how their overcoming of particular obstacles marks huge milestones in the course of human history. I got inspiration from that sentence, despite the fact that I don't really remember exactly what it was. I like to think of my music as overcoming, and the bettering of humanity as the obstacles, or rather all of this negativity. When there's all this negativity, when there's all this fake news, all this incorrect information that's being spread around the media, when there's all this end of the world conspiracy bullshit that just kind of pulls people down. I mean, there's truth in everything, but at the same time, there isn't, and it's just another paradox of life that we have to deal with. When there's all this bullying, cyberbullying, depression and suicide rates and shit, parents are blaming on social media, or the president, when there's all this romanticizing about love and money, and how people go their whole lives without thinking that there's ever going to be an amount of either or both of them that will make them happy, when people are losing hope in the truth and the power they have to turn their lives around with it, I want my music, the first time they hear it and beyond, to be that turning point, to be that lever they pull, that shoots them into a different dimension of thought and frequency, that keeps their eyes and undivided attention span locked on the light at the end of the tunnel, to be that power that collaborates with the force of their minds, to push them to that next level no matter what, to be content but not satisfied no matter what, to be that push to the first step on a journey to become the best version of themselves. And I got all that inspiration just from that one sentence in the Ben Franklin bio. I swear, guys, all it takes is just that one sentence to just shoot you into inner outer space. Number 5 is reflections. There's an element of if he, she can do it, I can do it too. Because all these different things, these inventions, these designs, these websites, these companies, these documents, these discoveries, these things were created and modified by people who are seriously no smarter or dumber than you. They just do things differently from others. It has nothing to do with intelligence. It has to do with thinking, action, intention, and habit. Speaking of which, I notice myself thinking, what have I done up to this point in my life? What have I focused on constantly? When they say, at age X, I'm always like, What was I doing at that age? How much was I doing it? There's a lot of reflection on what you prioritized up to this point in life and why you prioritized it. Someday I'd love for someone to write a biography about me, but I'm a one-man team, and just like Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos and Steve Jobs, I have no patience whatsoever. So if it doesn't happen, either I need to make one myself or I need to make enough things happen that someone just does it for me. Because all the things that I accomplish in my life, I want people to learn about and find patterns and insights and ideas and get inspiration, all from those things, and implement them to accomplish such things for themselves and everybody else. So those are the 5 ways that biographies can help you unlock your inner superpower. I hope you found value in them. I hope you found value in this. And let me know if you've sunk your teeth or maybe your ears into a good bio lately. Let me know what it was in the comments below. I will definitely check it out if I haven't already. If you haven't gotten a chance to check out my new Samsara AP, there should be an option to somewhere near or in front of my face in this point of the video. Make sure to give this a like if you liked it and subscribe to see more videos like this. Thanks, guys.